Good morning viewers, welcome back to the Madaboutoz channel. Hope you're enjoying the content so far. Today I'm going to make another video, but the main difference is I'll be doing this one on my own because the family are away, so I'm just going to be making this one solo. Today I'm going to go down to Portland. We're going to stay the night there, hopefully see some interesting stuff along the way, and then we'll come back the next day and hopefully have a bit of fun along the way. So let's go. So this is going to be our ride today, the trusted Jimny. So it's all ready to go. I've even packed the fridge to keep my supplies in. I've got in there a bit of breakfast and lunch, suitcase. I don't need to put anything on the roof because it's just me. And then yeah, we're going to get going shortly. Okay, so we're underway. It's 9:30 now and the GPS is showing we've got 5 hours 15 minutes to get there. I'm guessing it's going to be a little longer because I've got to get fuel on the way. Probably got to make 2 stops. One of the bad points of the Jimny is it's got quite a small tank, so if you're doing long haul driving you need to refuel a lot and plan it. So I'll stop quickly in Frankston way out to fill up, and then I'm going to stop, I think it's in Camperdown on the way. There's another servo there that I can go to. So I'll refuel and that will get me through to Portland and back to Camperdown where I'll fill up, which will get me back home the next day. So I'll come back later if there's anything significant along the way. Alright, here we are at United Frankston. Time to fill up and then we get underway, and that'll be our last stop till Camperdown. This has to be one of the trickiest fuel stops to get in and out of. You've got traffic coming in and out 3 different ways, so it's a bit of a higgledy-piggledy mess at times. But anyway, we refueled. We spent $55 on 34 litres, which will hopefully get us through to Camperdown. So we'll jump on the freeway now, negotiate the lovely traffic of Melbourne, although hopefully that's settled down. But we've got to get through round to the on the Monash, round the city, and then onto the Princes, and that will take us pretty much all the way down to Portland. So it's a journey time now of 5 hours 6 minutes, 411 kilometres it says. So a bit of driving, but we'll tick off some of those Ks and I'll come back to you when there's more to report. So we're just in Frankston now. There's a big shopping centre over there, Power Centre I think it's called. Gets a bit of a bad rap, Frankston, but it's not too bad a place. If you don't go to the bad parts, I guess, like anywhere. Okay everyone, so back again. So we've cleared the city. That wasn't too bad. We went over we went through the tunnel first, then over the beautiful Westgate Bridge. Get the best views up there. And now we are on our way to Geelong. We're just approaching Avalon Airport at the moment, which is Melbourne's second biggest airport, second to Tullamarine. It's good, I've flown out of there once, but as for second biggest airport, I'm not sure it's ever really taken off. Sorry about that one, I'll pause there just so that you all have a groan, but it's a fairly large airport. It's owned by Lindsay Fox and it is home to the Australian International Air Show, which is due back. I just saw a sign saying it's due back in 2027. So I've only flown out of there once. When I did fly out of there, it was pretty much just a small shed in the middle of a paddock. I think it's grown pretty much since then. But I haven't flown out of there since, so I can't give you too much more information, other than to say it's pretty popular for people who would like to visit the air show. Alright, we are now in a little town, or I say little town, it's not that little, a town called Colac, which is between Geelong and Warrnambool, and it has the most beautiful botanic gardens that we'll take a quick lap around, just drive around slowly. So we came here many years back. We came here for the first time when we were on holiday in a town called Jellybrand, which is about another 20 or 30 kilometres away from here. And yeah, we came here and had a bit of a break and a look around. Behind the Botanic Gardens is the Lake Colac, which hopefully will be full. It's been various stages of full and empty over the years. Last time I came it was pretty full. So you also may notice that the what we had as the sun when we were on the way leaving is now a bit more overcast. That could be because of the bushfires that we've had around here, which I think are still going but are under control now. Some kids over there playing in the sprinklers, which is good, always fun. So yeah, we'll have a quick wander around here and then we'll go back down to have a look at the lake and get something to eat. Alrighty, so this is Lake Colac. We've just got the holiday park on the right hand side, Lake Colac Holiday Park. I've always wanted to stay there for some reason, never have. It's on one of the places I'd love to stay. And then this is the big lake, and as you can see it's pretty full, which is good. People out there on there doing some water skiing, which would be fun, but I don't think my knees would like it too much. But anyway, I'm just going to stop here, have a quick comfort stop, and then we'll get back on the way. Okay, so this is Camperdown, and if my memory is correct, just down here on the left is a United where I can refuel. Here it is, just coming in there to the site now. I'll swing in here, refuel, that'll get me through to Portland, and then back here where I'll refuel to get back through to Melbourne. So I'll just quickly swing in here, nice new servo, and I will be back shortly. Alright, so fuel tank is full. We are ready to go for the final leg now through to Portland. This is Camperdown. I don't know much about Camperdown, but I do know that there's a famous guy that had a show on Foxtel called Demolition Man. And he used to have his shop here, but I think he sold it now to another person. But we'll put the camera on just as we drive through Camperdown so you can have a look. It's a nice small town, nice friendly atmosphere to it. So I'll pop it on and we'll go from there. So this is Camperdown. As you can see, it's got nice trees all the way down the main street. Very old, typical Victorian old country town. The old hotel on the corner. Now I'm not sure where the shop is. It may be, I think it may be on the outer side of the town. But we'll have a look as we drive through. That could be it there. Yep, that's it there on the left. So this guy, Laurie, he was called Demolition Man. He used to knock down houses and salvage all doors and windows, and he became pretty popular on Foxtel, but I don't think it's on anymore. So the time now is 1:20. We have still got Warrnambool to go, which I'll come back for, and then we'll head through. We've got currently we've got 2 hours 7 minutes to go. So I'll catch up with you as we're approaching Warrnambool. See you then. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Warrnambool. which is a larger city. I believe it's a city, and I used to come here many years back when I worked for Coates Hire, and that restaurant, that hotel there on the left is where I always used to stay, Central Motor Court. So if you're ever staying in Warrnambool, do yourself a favour and look them up, because they are always so kind and caring to their guests. Even used to put the heater on in the room for me in the winter. And remember one time I went there with my dear dad, and he came on a work trip with me, and he stayed in the room while I went to the branch for work. And yeah, he had a lovely night there together. We had a nice steak and a glass of wine, and the next morning he had a big cooked breakfast. I remember he was very, very happy. So that's a happy memory. Warrnambool is a very clean place. I always think when you come through, there's not much graffiti or anything. It's very well set up. They've got all the major stores and everything you'd need. It's also just inland from the end of the Great Ocean Road, and the 12 Apostles. So a lot of people drive down the Great Ocean Road, and then they turn right at the end after they've seen the 12 Apostles, come up to Warrnambool, and go back to Melbourne on the freeway. So it's a nice place. If you're ever in the area, swing by. And there's a also a really nice cafe up here that I used to get my lunch at. I think it's called the Laundrette Cafe. They do the best chicken schnitzel roll ever. So I always get one when I'm passing through, but I'm not going to today because I'm trying to be healthy. But other times I have done. So yeah, this is Warrnambool, and our next major stop now will be Portland. So I'll be back in touch when we get there. So viewers, welcome to Portland, where the local time is approximately 3:30. So I think it's taken me about 6 hours exactly from home to here, but we've arrived safely, that's the main thing. And now it's just a case of finding our hotel, which I think is just down here. Let's go around this roundabout. So a little bit about Portland. It's I think it's famous for its port, hence the name Portland. There's quite a big seafood industry here, but also I think the main thing is logging. There's lots of logging activities going on around the place, which I'll show you later. And also has a tram that's supposed to be running every day, but I haven't seen it yet. So I think this is our hotel here on the right hand side. Here we go. Right, I'm just going to park up here and go and check in, and then I'll be back. Okie dokie, all checked in. Now off to find the room. Room number 6. So I have to go all the way up here to the furthest stairs, she said. And then I have to go down to level or apartment 6. So follow the instructions up here. She said park as close as you can to the ends. So I'll just hop in here. Okay, so this is a room. Not much to see, pretty small, typical hotel room. Right outside the pool. I don't think many people will be using that today. I certainly won't. So we've got a double bed, small bed if you've got a child. TV, I'll be watching that. Bathroom, toilet, shower, small fridge, which will be good for my breakfast. And that's about it, not much more to see. Well, now I'm all unpacked, let's go and have a look to see what Portland has on offer. Okay, up here on the corner is Mrs. Max, or Max Hotel, which is one of the oldest buildings I think in Portland. I normally stay there when I come down this way, but I'm trying a new hotel this time. To be honest, I wish I hadn't. I'm still here, so that's the main thing. And this takes you around now towards the harbour, and you'll see all the trawlers out there, ready to go out early in the morning, I guess. It's like the old courthouse on the right, just past. And now we're getting down to more the industry area of Portland. So I'm going to turn right here. That's where the tram goes from. It says it's operating daily, but I haven't seen it yet. Maybe we'll sit on the return leg. There's signs everywhere, so I'm guessing it's still active. So we'll go up here and then we'll turn right into Percy Street, which I think is the main street that runs the length of Portland. It's just a fairly small town, not anything like the size of Geelong or Warrnambool that we saw earlier. So we'll go back past Mrs. Max, or Max Hotel. There's lots of hotels everywhere, so I'm guessing people must come here on holidays or something. Or maybe people come here for work, I'm not sure. There's lots of hotels. Take a right here and that will take us on to Percy Street. There's the signs of Warrnambool and Mount Gambier. I don't think we'll be going back just yet. IGA, gotta love an IGA. In Australia that stands for Independent Grocers of Australia, so each one is owned privately, I believe. Okay, so this is the main street, which we'll drive down now. The Quest is just up here to the left. I've stayed there a few times, but it's really expensive now. I don't know why it's so expensive, but it's gone up to like a few $100s a night. That's out of my price range. It's just a nice small town, nice and peaceful, nothing too dramatic. She looked quite happy, she's on the cans, quite early, but we'll let her off, it's Christmas time, almost. Noodle canteen, I've eaten there. The lady gets really cranky if you want to pay on credit card. You pay cash, you pay cash. No, I'll pay credit card, thank you. Subway, the Reject Shop, all the usual suspects, BWS and Woolies. I'm not sure, but I don't think there's a Coles here. Baker's Delight. this pub with the carbon draft sign on. I've eaten there a couple of times when I used to work for Coatsar. I used to go there with my mate Buzzer. We'd get a dinner together. Always nice. Good old Premix King. You can't go past a Premix King. There's not very many of them around. As the title says, they sell Premix drinks. And then back down the other way. It's always quite easy to get a park here, which is good. Back past Woodies. And down here on the left is a shop that always makes us laugh. It's called A Little Decorum. Sure, A Little Decorum. Possum House, local takeaway. Quite a few cafes along here if you want to get your morning coffee. I'll just be going with the Insta. Past another church. There must be a good religious town or something here, I think. There's lots of churches. Another one there, well, the church. We'll go left here. Back to the hotel. So we're right on the seafront, as you can see, which is nice. Take a left. Through reception. Up the hill. And back to the room. Okay, so let's have a look at Portland from the air, starting with the Richmond Henty Hotel where I'm staying. You can even see the pool right outside my room. This is the harbour where you can see the woodyard in the background, the fishing trawlers and the marina. This is one of the lovely beaches just located in front of where I'm staying. This is a Quest Apartments. This is the Audi in the central part of town. This is local IGA. This is Max Hotel. And this is the fun fair that's in town for the month of January. We'll finish off with an overhead view of Percy Street, which is the main shopping street in Portland. Okay, well, a bit of a change of plan. I went to have dinner at the restaurant and they said that they couldn't fit me in, even though I told them earlier I was going to go for dinner, which was a bit annoying. But I went to the noodle bar in the town and got some nice Singapore noodles, which I'm going to eat. Then I'm going to hit the hay. So it's been a bit of a long day, long drive, so I'll catch you all in the morning. Night. Okay, morning has broken. Slept pretty well. Bed was quite comfy. It was comfier than I thought it would be actually, so that was good. So now I've packed the car and we are going to head back to Melbourne. Current time is 6:52, so I'll be on the road by 7. So we should, all being well, be back into Melbourne about 1 PM. So let's hit the road. Okay, goodbye Portland, goodbye Hotel Max. and we are heading out of town. It's a bit of a gloomy start to the day. At least there's no rain, as I've done the drive back from Portland in heavy mist and fog and rain and many times, and it is not a lot of fun. But as we head out of town, it's 7 AM. Fairy lights are still on the trees. Doesn't look as though it's 100% light yet. Hopefully the weather does improve a bit, but you get what you get and you don't get upset, I always say. So we can't change that, but we will push on. We are going to head exactly the same way home, but in reverse order. So we're going to go through Port Fairy, through Warrnambool, pass through the outskirts of Geelong, back around Melbourne and back to the Mornington Peninsula. So buckle in and enjoy the ride. So on the left you can see a certain Mr. Santa Claus. He's dealing with the police. I don't know what's going on. I saw him on the way down. You always see lots of fun things. Look at these mailboxes coming up on the left hand side. You might recognise them from a well-known movie. It's the Minions. Okay, we've reached the town of Port Fairy, which is about 60 minutes an hour to the east of Portland and 30 minutes to the west of Warrnambool. It's just a small little fishing town, but quite a few people come here for their holidays, and you can see why. It's just a very relaxed little place. It'd be bad to come to for a few days and just unwind. So on a trip back from Portland one time, I was driving just down here and I saw a guy walking along the street, and I thought, that top looks like one of my tops I used to have. And then I thought, that walk looks familiar to me. And then I looked, and it turned out it was my neighbour Peter, who was actually on holiday here. And he was just walking back from getting the paper. So always amazes me timings like that you're travelling a 5-6 hour road trip and you just happen to be passing someone you know is passing a certain spot. I think they were staying here at the Big 4 holiday park on the right hand side. So there's not a huge amount here, but it's just a pretty relaxing place, and I think people come here and do a bit of fishing as well. That's one of the main things. I'll get back to you shortly. So we're now just coming into Warrnambool. We're going back through the other way, obviously to the way we came, and not sure where it is, but just around here is the there it is over there. It's the laundrette takeaway that I was telling you about. So I'm going to get it on camera that I'm not stopping. I'm not getting a chicken schnitzel roll or a dim sim or a potato cake. I'm going to continue this new healthy lifestyle I'm trying out and going to give it away and just keep going. I've had my breakfast and we're currently 4 hours 12 minutes outside of Melbourne, and we're still scheduled for arrival at 12:32. So the next stop's going to be Camperdown, where I'm going to refuel, and then it'll be all the way back through to Melbourne. Okay, just pulling in now to Camperdown, which we came through on the way out, but of course now we're going back the other way. So yeah, making good progress. I've seen no Jimnys on the way out, and then in the last half hour passed 3, and out of those 3 only 2 waved, which is just rudeness, complete rudeness. If you own a Jimny and you're driving and you see another Jimny, you have to give them a wave. It's the law, and if you don't, it's punishable with hard labour at a KFC near you. So do the right thing and always wave to your fellow Jimny drivers. So we are now 3 hours 20 minutes from home, and we are going to, you can see in the distance, the United. So we're going to pull in there, we're going to refuel, and then we're going to head for the last leg back through to home, which will see us arrive still around 12:30. So we're making good time. Fuel's nice and cheap, which is good, $1.66, because it was $2.15 at some locations in Melbourne, so that's good. Save a bit of cash there. Just quickly pull through before this lawnmower, and into the survey we go. And yeah, I'll refuel and I'll come back to you a bit later. Okay, so all refueled now. We took on 30 litres of fuel, which cost around $50. We've got 3 hours 20 to go, so we're due to get in at 12:54, which is good because I've got something I've got to do at 2. So I will crack on with the drive and I'll speak to you again soon. Well, we are back home after what was a good trip. It took us around 6 hours, which is around the sort of time it would normally take. There was no major disruptions on the road and the weather was kind to us, so that was good. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please remember to give it a big thumbs up if you have, and also subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see in future videos. But until then, take care and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.